And more breaking news coming in. This one from Jammu and Kashmir. In a major operation along the line of control in Poonch in Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists attempting to infiltrate were neutralized in a joint operation of the J&K police and the Indian Army. The operation took place in the Khari Karmada area of Poonch, successfully thwarting the infiltration attempt. To get more details, I'm joined by my colleague Tejinder Singh Sodhi on the broadcast. Those are the visuals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, coming in from Poonch in the wake of this successful anti-terror operation that has taken place along the line of control. Security forces, a joint operation of the police and the Indian Army, thwarting an infiltration bid, neutralizing 2 terrorists along the LOC in the Poonch sector. Tejinder, please give us more details as this successful anti-terror operation has, I feel, concluded in the area, but clearly sanitization ops are also continuing.
Indeed, Ayushman, a major victory for the security forces, especially the Army and the Jammu and Kashmir police, because they foiled a major infiltration bid in the Khadi Karmada area of Poonch when the security forces got the specific inputs that a group of 2 heavily armed terrorists was trying to infiltrate into the Indian side. After that, an ambush was laid, which was jointly carried out by the Jammu and Kashmir police and the Indian Army. When these terrorists, they tried to enter into the Indian territory, they were challenged by the security forces. But when these terrorists started firing toward them, the fire was retaliated, and in the gunfight, both the terrorists have been gunned down. Their bodies are being recovered by the security forces. We are told that security forces had the input that attempts would be made to push in terrorists into the Indian side, given the fact that in hinterland area of Jammu region, there is a massive anti-terror operation which has been going on in the last several days, and this fresh infiltration was being attempted from the Pakistan side to push in terrorists to carry out attacks across Jammu region. But with these 2 terrorists who were attempting to cross over to the Indian side being eliminated, this is a major victory. Ayushman, also when this infiltration bid was foiled, there is another anti-terror operation that is also underway along the line of control in Poonch area, which is undertaken by the Army, by the CRPF and the Special Operation Group of Jammu and Kashmir. So clearly the security forces are having an upper hand on those terrorists who try to infiltrate into the Indian side to carry out terror attacks across the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, Ayushman.
Right. And Tejinder, also before I let you go, is this also an indication that the passes along the LOC which are used by these terrorists have now been cleared because they're usually snowed in during the winter months?
Yes, Ayushman, given the fact that there has been less snowfall in the upper reaches and the snow at several places melting before the season, so such attempts, we are going to see an increase in such attempts in the coming days because terrorists would like to, they rather would want to send in as many people as they could into the Indian side, given the fact that there has been no major successful infiltration from across the side. All such attempts have been thwarted by our security forces. So attempt in the coming days would be made by terrorists to infiltrate into the Indian territory. But yes, Ayushman, as you know, that our security forces on the line of control and also on the international border, they are maintaining a rigid anti-infiltration grid. So all such attempts in the coming days, which are likely to be increased, would be foiled. What we are told by our sources in the agencies that recently some senior officials of the ISI and Pakistan Army, they have visited some of the terror training camps and launch pads on the Pakistan side of the line of control, and they have instructed these terrorists who are undergoing training in those camps to infiltrate into the Indian side to carry out attacks. So in every likelihood that in coming next couple of weeks, we could see a heightened tension, heightened attempt by these terrorists to infiltrate into the Indian side. We have been in touch with our sources in the security forces who say that they are fully prepared to make sure that any such attempt which is being made from across the line of control is foiled. Yes,
right. Right. Thank you, Tejinder, for getting us those details. A huge success for the security forces in Jammu and Kashmir. Shifting